think it is. He's bought several boats. This is 28, 30-foot Duckworth, a beautiful boat. It's nasty out here again today. I got it sideways in the swells. Everything seems to work. The only thing I see that doesn't work is when you're using your joystick. This light here doesn't come on. That one does. So we'll look at that. Now I got it shut all the way off. I don't know how good the camera is, but it's sideways in this stuff. So anyway, you hit this right here. Well, I don't want to get wet. Turn that off. Live well. Gonna take a second. And that's your bait tank. Probably just put it off. There you go. I don't know why I shut it off. Silly. So it's going to take a while because we're going up and down. It was working earlier, so I'll just realize that later. And then your battery switches are here. Now, if that back heater, if the yellow light and the red flashing light are on together, or if that yellow one doesn't blink, you need to shut it down, start it up. But if they both blink, you need to leave blinking and turn both of these switches off for 30 seconds. Then turn it back on, then turn the power off. It'll be a light on, the white light. I'll show you. These lights here will be on. So then you got to hit it and hit it again. Now, when you fire this thing up, I would maybe, if you're going to use this one, I'd fire this one up first, then fire that one up. You do have shut-off valves, like right back into here. There's one for one heater and one for the other. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and fire this up. Turn the keys on. You can start port, starboard. Right here. Now, if you want, you got to have this on. You got to be in neutral, and when that comes on, that's going to tell you if you're in neutral or not. You'll see it flickering. There you go. You're both in neutral. You're trimmed up, so you just go ahead and trim down until they're both down. Now, you can go on single lever. You push this. It'll say single lever, and you'll see it right up here. And I'm going to turn over here because I know the dredger's coming. And this has got that hydraulic steer. I mean, it is like super easy. Now, you probably won't use it much, like say here, but out in the ocean when you get a lot of big swells and a lot of current. I think I'm going to cut over here and miss that dredger. But anyway, you can go into over here, steering friction, where it says regular, you can go heavy, so it makes it a little bit more responsive. I just put on regular. Now you do have trim assist on this one too, which is kind of cool. So I'm going to just turn that on for right now, and what that does, it will automatically, I set it for underway RPM. So when it needs to trim those motors. And then here's your forward. I'm on a single lever. I'm on auto, like auto trim. You'll see the little indicator there. Your tach, your trim, your fuel, miles an hour. Then you can go over here and you can get your engine stats. It was about, I forgot what it was, wide open throttle. About 30, I think, and it was like cruising at about, say, 25, was burning about 14 gallons an hour. You can tell she's real short. Yeah, like right in here. Wow, been a little windy down here lately. Yeah, and you know, these cameras don't do it justice either. So then actually, then if I want to put this on like cruise control, or not cruise control, but autopilot, I can from right here. I can put my autopilot tile up here. I can move that out, or I can put my autopilot and bring it up here so I can see. And then all I have to do is hit heading hold right there. That's 1 degree, 5 degrees port, and that's starboard. These are your fixed turns, pattern turns. And then if you had like waypoints, you can course hold, track points, track up. And now again, yeah, that's what I like about Helm Master. It's so much easier for our guys, for you to use this, and it really works well with Garmin. So if I was you, I would get Garmin products. I like Garmin, but they work with everything, and they really work good with the Helm Master. So say I'm getting close to number 17, I can just hit it 1 degree or just keep moving, or I can use this joystick here too. See, that just moved me a degree. So if I was lazy, I could just hit this, just twist it. Just twist right for starboard and left for port. Now if I'm drifting like this and this heavy stuff, I'll go ahead and I'll bring this tab down all the way, and then if I had another person over there, it's going to help compensate. The boat does have a tendency to lay a little to the right because of the weight, so make sure you put all your cannonball weights on your left side. But they've kind of had this design because if you put 3 people, she's going to level out. I didn't really have to use the trim tabs a lot. So anyway, we're on autopilot right now, and then if you want to get back into that, you go here. You don't want to see the tiles, you can hit here. Now say I got here, I can hit modes. This is on fish point. When I get into this, I'll go back to this, and then autopilot, I'll bring that back there, and that tells you the degrees right there. So I'm going to get this off of autopilot, and it'll tell you it's off of autopilot. Now what you can also do on here is you can bring this back, get that off, of course, and if I want to go left, I bring the port one back. That one starboard ahead, give it a little bit of gas until she starts going backwards. Give this a little bit ahead, and you can spin it, or you can do it with your joystick. That's what's kind of nice too. So I can bring these back. So now if I want to just use single lever, I just hit that one again. It's going to tell you, it's going to show you right here. And I think I showed you all the switches already. Now on the heaters, like say right now, here I'm going here. So then I can just go heading hold, lock me right here since he's dredging. So there you go, heading hold. And I'll go over a couple degrees maybe. There you go. Now to start this up again, like I say on the heaters, I got a lot more on those controls to show you. So what you can do, this doesn't really matter where you got this dial. I normally put it on 2, and you hit this until you see the light flash there where that came on. Now this one came on. Now you want that to be solid, and then so that shows you it was warm just a little bit ago. But pretty soon these both will come on, and that means that your heater is going to work. So I'm going to let that one fire up first. And then while I'm doing that, I'll turn on the refrigerator all the way up. And then I'll let us go right here. We're looking good. So then the toilet, we just have to sit on it. Then you can flush it, or I can pump water into it. See right here? Then I can add water or flush it. Got my curtains, I just snap them like that, let them drop. Okay, let's see that live well. Yep, see it's working, I knew it was. And then I got my gauges back here I can look at. Oh, see how it blinked? That means it didn't start. So you got to shut this off and wait a few minutes. Then hit it again until the lights come on. There you go. I didn't think it was going to start up because this one flashed, and it shouldn't. Because these lights, when these lights are on and nothing else is, you want to hit that until they go off and then restart it. And if you got a lot of north wind on that exhaust side and it's blowing on the initial startup, turn your boat the other way. See, I did it again. So that's throwing a fault code. Now see how it stopped? So now it's going again. See if it stops. Because it almost started. Now we need to go over. And autopilot. And I want to see the big one. There we go. See how it's still blinking? So I'm going to hold that until it stops. And then I'll show you what I have to do to get that thing going. It needs to be primed is why. And I didn't start it right. So the important thing is when you are firing these up, once you fire it up, let it completely turn on, and both the red and this will be on. Don't start it and then shut it back off or turn your batteries off. You got to let it cool down or it's going to throw a fault code. Now I'm going to try this again. There, that light came on, but see this light came on? That's not good. See how both of these are working right now? Now I'm going to show you how to fix that. So I'm going to go off autopilot. I'm going to put this in neutral, make sure nobody's around. Okay, I'm going to shut everything off. And you want these blinking. And you go back here, and then you shut this off, and then you wait for like 30 seconds. Yeah, you got a little chop out here. That must be from him. Okay. Then go ahead and turn this on. So when I started this, I kind of interrupted it. Now, see how that light's on right there? You want to hit it and hold it until that light goes off, like that. Then you want to go ahead and hit it again until that light turns on. There. Now this is on steady. Then I'm going to fire this up. Now, wait for all these to go in here. You don't have to. I can put this on a single lever. Now I got it on auto trim. I'll show you. Whoa, you got to watch what you're doing. Them cans come up clean, quick. That current. So always be aware of your surroundings. Okay, so I'm going to spin around, get out of here, and I'm going to show you. I don't think once I'm on auto trim, it has to auto. If I manually trim, it's going to override that. I'm going to try something just for the fun of it. And I bet if I shut this off, turn it back on, we'll see if it auto trims them down. Because I think if you're on auto trim, you can't hit that or it shuts it off. Yeah, no, it did. I can hear them. So they're trimming all the way down. Single lever activated. Look back at my heater. No, doing it again. It just shut off again. You silly thing, you. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to shut off and go to part 2 and keep going on these controllers. This is Boat Doctor out.